So before we move on here with defining the LP problem, we haven't finished with that yet. There are still more constraints to set up. But before we do that, I would like to make more sense of the constraints we already have by putting them in our Excel spreadsheet. Here's a template that I've created for this problem to go with this LP problem. And understanding how the constraints fit into that might make more sense of how we're building up the constraints and why we're setting them up that way. Okay, so let's have a look here at this template. We have the following 4 variables up at the top here, and we could just put them in yellow here, all of these guys. These are all of the variables right here. And then below that, we've got room for the costs associated with each of our variables. Let's just have a look here at our costs. Here they are right here. Let's just pop them in. They just go right here. So we have production at $10 and $10. Oops, sorry. And $10 for February and January. And we have $11, that 10% increase, and $11 for March and April. For product A, and production for product B was $6 and $6, and then it went up by 10% to $660. And $660 for March and April. If you would like, you could define these values outside of this table, like somewhere in a little other table, so you could reference them for easy changing. I'm not going to bother in this case. There's so much going on here. Okay, mostly just so you can see everything on my screen at one time. I'm not going to bother doing that right now. As for inventory costs, they were 18 cents. For the whole time for product A, and they were 13 cents for product B for storing the item. So this is 13 cents a month for the item, one item at a time, and then we're going to times that by the number of items. Okay, so these right here, these variables are going to be the number produced that month, the number held in inventory, number produced, number held at the end of the month in inventory, and so on and so forth. So that will actually help get our total cost, which again, let's have a look here. Our total cost is this guy right here. So that's what we have with these 18 and 13, 10, 10, 11, etc., etc. Those are all of the coefficients that went in right here. And they're related to these variables, which are these guys right here. Okay, so that gives us an objective function of the following. Sum product of our variables with our costs. And you can lock your variable references here. And that will be our objective function.